Hello Sunflowers, I'm Auna, and today, once again, I am trying weird crochet tools so you don't have to. Thank you to everybody who watched part 1 of our trying weird crochet tools so you don't have to. If you haven't seen it, I will link it above. Thank you so much to everyone who asked me to try out more crochet tools. And if you have a crochet tool that you want me to try and review, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to put it in the next video. Y'all know I have no chill and I have to start out with the item that I am personally most excited about. In my last review video, I started with this yarn spinner tool, which I use all the time. I gave this a 10 out of 10 and a month later I stand by this, 10 out of 10. Today we're gonna be starting out with a different type of yarn spinner tool. This is an electric yarn winder. Oh goodness, there's a lot of parts. Y'all might have seen some of my knitting machine videos. And to use my knitting machine, I have to use balls of yarn that are in this type of skein. Side note, do you say skein or skein or something else? Let me know. In order to turn a skein of yarn that looks like this into a skein of yarn that looks like this, I've been using this manual by hand yarn spinner thingy. It makes a lot of noise, it kind of breaks every now and then, and it also just takes a long time because you're doing it by hand. So I want to try out this electric yarn spinner and see if it works. It looks like this is what secures it to the table. I never read directions, but to give this a fair assessment for y'all, I will read the directions. Looks like we take this part, we slide it in here. It comes with the tools that it needs, which is always a plus. One little screw goes in here. That was easy. It looks like this part just goes onto here. Is that the whole thing? Time to plug it in. Unless wherever you craft is really close to the wall, you're probably going to need an extension cord because this cord is really short. Moment of truth to see if this thing even works. Wait, if this works, this is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. Y'all don't even know how much time I spend winding yarn whenever I'm using my knitting machine. What I don't understand is how to use this with an actual thing of yarn. What is this spring for? Whoa, that goes so fast. I turned it the wrong way. One, the yarn goes here. Maybe that's what this little silicone rubber thing is for. It doesn't show that anywhere in the directions, but maybe you're supposed to maybe I'm supposed to pull this down and put it underneath this rubber band. No, you know what? It doesn't say to, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna follow the directions step by step. So the yarn goes through that part, and then I push up the spring and put it right there. Okay, sure. Moment of truth. Turning it on slowly. Faster. Okay. Do I dare go faster? Okay, I do not want to break this on the first time. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh no, did I break it? Did I break it already? Okay, we're going again, we're going. Okay, I didn't break it. I don't know why I stopped, but I didn't break it. Uh-oh, Tilly hears it. Tilly is watching us from the stairs. You guys want to see this? What is it? Is it yarn flying everywhere? Does she want to attack the yarn? Tilly is one of the main reasons why I've been excited about this electric yarn winder, because whenever I use the one by hand, the yarn balls always go flying everywhere. And I've been just kind of worried about her attacking the yarn. So I think that this is going to keep things from flying everywhere. How is this real? This is so cool. This would be so good for frogging projects too. Can you imagine using this to frog a project? Okay, we're getting close to the end. Let me slow down. Woo, woo, woo. This makes the skeins so much tighter than the hand wound one does too. Oh no, I think I made a mistake. I think I was supposed to take off the little piece of rubber because I can't get this off now. Oh no. Okay, learn from me if you guys get this. Remove the little rubber band thing before you do your first skein of yarn. Oh my gosh, I feel so ridiculous. This tool absolutely deserves a 10 out of 10, and my user error just made it so much harder than it needs to be. Okay, I finally got it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was a user error. Let's try that again without the user error. Make sure I'm actually gonna give this thing a 10 because I think this thing is getting a 10. We are going to remove this little rubber band thing, and if anybody figures out what this little rubber band thing is supposed to do, let me know, because I can't figure it out. Let's line it all up again. Super easy to put on. Honestly, it's a lot easier than the manual one I had. This brings me more joy than I can honestly say. This is so exciting. I'm going to wind every single thing of yarn that I have this way. Okay, so every now and then it stops. If I stop it and start it again, okay, it goes again. I think it probably stops itself just to make sure that nothing is like stuck, which I honestly really like. Would it be ridiculous if I just did a video that was like cataloging all the yarn I have, where basically I just wind every single thing of yarn I have into a skein like this, and then write down every bit of yarn that I have so I actually know what yarn I have? Would you guys watch that video, or is that just ridiculous? I have a lot of yarn in boxes and bags. So much yarn. Okay, this one isn't as pretty. Okay, I'm sure that this is a user error. Why isn't this skein as pretty as this skein? I feel like this is gonna get a lot easier to use once I understand it more. Let's try it with a thicker yarn just because I'm curious. It's working technically. That is max speed. Okay, that works extremely well, actually, with our thicker yarn. That is a beautiful little skein. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm gonna be rolling up every single thing of yarn I have into a nice little skein. I don't know what I did wrong with this one. 2 out of 3 look absolutely perfect, so that means I've got to chalk it up to user error. I think that this is a 10 out of 10. There's literally nothing that I would change about it. I think it's just going to be me getting used to using it. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be almost difficult for me to like finish the rest of the video because I want to just sit here and keep winding up balls of yarn. Oh my gosh. This is so nice. We're starting out strong again. 10 out of 10. I would not change anything about this. I really do want to know what this little rubber band is for though. One of the tiny things in life that brings me the most happiness is drinking any sort of drink out of a fun glass. This is actually an old candle holder, but doesn't it just like look like a silly little like goblet-y type of wine glass? But I use it for literally whatever I'm drinking and it makes me feel fancy. This next strange crochet tool I think is going to be perfect if you are like me and you like crocheting on the go. Side note, if you do like crocheting on the go, you should definitely click subscribe and come back to watch next week's video because I have something really exciting planned. Item number 2 that I'm looking at today is a keyring of crochet hook. This is something that in theory I just love, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about actually using it. It comes with this little clippy that you're supposed to like put it on, but my keys are on a carabiner because I like having my crystal, I like having my loops, I always have my loops with me. So I think I could just like put my crochet hooks on my keys. Is this the silliest thing you've ever seen? Maybe. Maybe, but this is what we do here. On this keychain, we have a 5mm crochet hook, a 4mm crochet hook, and a 3mm crochet hook. These go very nicely on my keychain. I like it. It was easy. Let's see how they crochet. I personally don't think I would leave them on my keys while I crochet because that feels like a lot. I think I would use them like this. So let's try it out. Let's grab the 4mm for this little bit of cotton yarn. Oh boy, I have thoughts. Okay. I don't know what you can hear since I'm using a microphone. Hold on. Let's put the mic on the table. I think the jingly sound would drive me a little crazy crocheting with this. And if I try to hold it still, it just makes it a very, very strange grip on my crochet hook. Let's say you wanted to just take off the hook. How does it crochet now? Has anyone ever crocheted with a crochet hook that's this short? I could maybe get used to this. I don't really want to, but I I could maybe get used to this. Dang it. But you know what? This is why I try weird crochet tools, so you don't have to. This tool is cute. It's fun. It could make a good stocking stuffer for a friend who crochets. Is it the most utilitarian thing in the world? No. Could it be useful in a bind? Yes, absolutely. If you want to have this on your keys, even as like a cute decorative, like I crochet keychain, and then also you have crochet hooks with you wherever you go. If you're in a bind and you need crochet hooks, cute. Get it. Great. For sheer cuteness, I have to give this a 3 out of 10, but I cannot go higher than a 3. This is not actually useful, but it's really dang cute. I still am probably going to keep this on my keys because then I will always have a crochet hook with me wherever I go. And it's a good conversation starter piece and it's super cute. And I like on the keys that they go jingle jangle. I just don't like crocheting with them while they go jingle jangle. But you know, it is what it is. I had really high hopes for these, so I am a little bit sad, but I do feel like a 3 out of 10 is fair. This next tool is something that you actually use after the fact, after a crochet project is done. This is a tool I'm so excited about because it provides a solution to a problem that I've been dealing with for years, but it's a tool I did not know existed until I started doing research for this video. This might be way more common than I think. Y'all might be like, yeah, Holly, we all have these at home already. And if you do, I'm sorry. But if you're like me and you've been dealing with this exact problem for years, I'm so excited for us to try this tool. If you're like me and you've never seen this tool before, I want you to pause this video and put your guess in the comments below what you think this tool does, because like I said, I had never seen this before, so I'm so excited. And if you already know what it does, don't spoil it for everybody else. Time for me to crochet something to use this tool on. If right now you're thinking, is that crochet hook lighting up? Yes, it is. This is actually my counting and light up crochet hook that I reviewed in the last video. Why am I unwinding this by hand when I have the perfect tool right here to use? I've crocheted as much as I need to for us to test out this next item. I think that this is actually going to be a head of a bunny. Bunny needs some eyeballs and a nose. This tool is supposed to help you push the backs onto safety eyes and noses. Some safety eyes and noses are easier than others, but most of the ones that I have gotten are so difficult to use. If you've never worked with safety eyes before, basically you have something that looks like this. It almost looks like a little screw on the back, and on the front it's like the eye. And with your bare hands, they expect you to like push this thing onto the back of it, and sometimes it is so difficult. Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it like hurts your hands. So when I saw this, I knew we had to try it. A little nose. Nope, I thought this was gonna be a bunny, but this is totally gonna be a polar bear. That polar bear is going to be so cute. Now that we have them placed, I'm just flipping our polar bear's head inside out so you can see like the pointy ends are sticking out. I'm gonna try one by hand first and see how hard they are. Okay, not bad. These aren't super difficult ones. But now let's try it with a tool. That's so easy. Oh my gosh. Okay, and with the tool, I was able to push it down one more rung than what I could do with my hand. So we just take that, put it on top, and then push with the tool. Oh my gosh, that is so easy. I'm not exaggerating when I say I'm like 10 times more likely to make more plushies. Now that I have this tool, I can't tell you how much it hurts my hands, and I just almost get like annoyed or frustrated when I'm making plushies and I try to put on safety eyes and it just takes so long for me to push them on, or it hurts my hand when I put them on, or I have to call for Josh to help me put them on. This is an incredible tool, and it's an incredible accessibility tool. 10 out of 10. I will say I don't know if this is going to work for all different safety eye sizes. For all the ones I have here, it's going to work. If you're using like massive eyes, I don't know if it would work, but I think that for the majority of plushies that people are making, this will be an incredible tool. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. In episode 1 of trying weird crochet things so you don't have to, you might remember that I tried out crochet rings, which is something that y'all had been asking me to try for a very long time. I really liked them, and I ranked them an 8 out of 10, and I honestly liked them enough to want to try other versions of crochet rings to see if there are different ones out there that I like even more. So the second to last item I'm trying today is a different type of crochet ring. Immediately, let me tell you something that I love about this ring compared to the others. It is so much more bendable The others, like a lot of y'all in the comments were saying, you can bend them, you can bend them. Y'all, they were so stiff. Like, you can technically bend them, sure, but not without kind of like straining your hands. This one is very bendable. It honestly feels a lot like the aluminum wire that I used to make my fairy wings out of. If y'all have ever seen my videos before, you know that I'm obsessed with the way that my grandma taught me how to hold my yarn, and it's one of the reasons why I've been so hesitant to start using crochet rings. I go around my pinky, under the middle two fingers, over my pointer, and then pinch my project. So once again, that's around the pinky, under the middle two, over the pointer, and pinch. Let's add this crochet ring into the mix. I don't like how much faster it's pulling through the ring. Doesn't feel like I'm able to really keep the tension. Why do I feel like it's just so wrong? Like, am I doing something wrong? I don't want to give this like a bad review if this is a user error, y'all. Let me see if the Amazon page has any videos on it. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I see what I'm doing wrong. This was user error, I hope. All right, wait, this way. Okay, the yarn is supposed to go under the back one and then through there. Okay. Aha, that gives me tension. That gives me the tension that I was looking for. Very excited. Also, this polar bear's head is not going to be a circle. I'm not using a pattern. I am just going for it like I usually do. Okay. I don't hate it, but I would never use it. That's where I'm at right now with this. I genuinely don't see myself using this. It absolutely works, but I don't think this is for me. I did not love this crochet ring as much as I wanted to, and I didn't like it nearly as much as the last set that I reviewed. I will link this and every other product in this video below, and I'll also link all the products from the last video below, which will include the first set of rings that I reviewed. I do like that this is bendable. It feels less wasteful than getting a set of 10 crochet rings where maybe only 2 or 3 of them are gonna fit you. This is nice because you can bend it to whatever size you need. But the fact that it's bendable kind of made it feel like it was bending while I was using it a little bit more than I would want it to. I don't see myself just relaxing and wearing this ring. Once I figured out how to use it, it did get a lot better, but this just didn't feel like it made crocheting any easier. If anything, it felt like it made it a little bit more difficult. When I was using the other tension rings, it was like, oh, this is something that I would absolutely recommend to a beginner to help them get their tension going. And I don't know if I feel the same way about this. I really don't think that I do. For me, I have to give this like a 3 out of 10. I do like that it's adjustable to your finger. It still technically works as a tension ring. It is just not personally my favorite. It's super aesthetic though, it's super fun, it's super cute. If I use this completely wrong, let me know in the comments. I did look at the photos that they have on their Amazon site, so I think I did use it correctly, but this just isn't for me. 3 out of 10. We're down to our last item, and this is something I'm so excited about, and if I like this, I'm gonna be using it all the time. If you've made it this far and you're having fun, thank you so much for being here. It would mean so much to me if you do all the things, click all the buttons, and if there's a crochet or craft item that you want me to review, let me know in the comments below. Okay, y'all, let's try out the crochet fanny pack. If y'all have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I've been looking for ways to be able to walk and crochet. And in part 1 of trying weird crochet things so you don't have to, I tried this. It goes around your wrist and you crochet while you walk, and it spins and unwinds your skein as you go. This is a fanny pack, and it has 2 holes on top for you to pull your yarn through while you crochet. One of my only complaints about the wrist yarn spinner thingy was that you could only use a pretty small skein of yarn on this device. My hope is that with the fanny pack, I'm gonna be able to fit a full skein of yarn. Surely. Success. Now I do have to do something here that y'all know I hate, which is pulling from the center. Let me know in the comments, do you pull from the outside or do you pull from the center? Side tangent, when I was reviewing this yarn spinny thingy, so many of y'all were like, why do you need that? Just pull from the center. Doesn't everyone pull from the center? No. And you know why? Yarn barfs. I'm sorry, I hate detangling yarn so much. How do y'all not get yarn barfs when you pull from the center? I guess I'm gonna find out whenever I crochet and walk. Go through the hole at the top of the bag, zip it up. Ooh, this feels so nice. I love this massive pouch on the back. Perfect place to keep your hook, to keep your scissors. And this is like a full size pair of scissors. I'm never actually going to like walk probably with a full size pair of scissors, but I could. but I could. And a little pair of yarn scissors or just small crafting scissors will fit even better. The crochet fanny pack. Oh my gosh. Wait, can I use this as like an armrest too? I think I can. I'm walking and I'm crocheting. I'm walking and I'm crocheting. I'm on a cozy girl walk and I'm walking and I'm crocheting. And this absolutely works. There's nothing about this that doesn't work. Oh my gosh. Let me just take a second and pull from the center, since apparently y'all were right and that works just fine too. Who knew? I'm still team pull from the outside edge, but you know, if I have to, I guess I can pull from the center. Oh my gosh, y'all, this fanny is kind of perfect. Oh my gosh, you know another thing that makes this better than this? Let's say I'm on a walk in the park, right? If I'm using this thing, if I need to, like, I don't know, go to the bathroom, or if I want to like go into a shop or something, I just have like this on my wrist. But if I have the crochet fanny, what do? I put my hook in the back pocket or in the main pouch, I guess. And then I can just take this and then I just put the project in the fanny pack and we're good to go. It's just like I have a regular fanny pack on. You don't know that I'm crocheting. I honestly think that there's only one thing I don't like about the crochet fanny pack. I don't like that there's not a way to get the yarn and project out of the fanny pack unless you want to either cut the yarn and tie it back together or until the project is finished. Do you know what this would be perfect for? This would be perfect for the Red Heart Granny Square color changing yarn. I've been slowly working on a review of this yarn for like months. I'm sorry it's not done yet. I know that at this point this yarn is old news, but I'm kind of obsessed with this yarn and at some point I am going to be putting out a review of it. With this yarn, you have to pull from the center. And since you're only using this yarn to make granny squares, in theory, you're working with it in such small increments that I wouldn't mind to be like working on a granny square, cut it, and then start the next one. I might have to start going on granny square walks. If your project is small enough, you can just tuck it into the back pouch too, and then you can zip this entire thing shut. That's nice. For what this is, it's perfect. I do wish that you could take your project out of the bag and then put your project back into the bag. I can't even like physically see how you could do that. Like I've been literally sitting here thinking like, well, could there be something that unbuttons here, unbuttons there? I can't think of a way to fix this. So I don't feel like it's fair for me to give this a 9 out of 10 when I couldn't even like fix the problem. I think this is just what you get if you want a fanny pack yarn bag. So I give this a 10 out of 10. Did we get 3 10 out of 10s and then 2 3 out of 10s? That's honestly not that bad. We actually got some really, really good crochet tools out of this video. I'm really excited to keep using these. Well, friends, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a second to click all the buttons and do all the things, it would mean so much to me. If there's any crochet or crafting tools that you want me to try, let me know in the comments below and I will do my best to review them in a future video. If you're new here, I'm Auna. Welcome to the Sunflower family. I'll see you in the next one.